Okay. Samantha, are you there? No. Okay. Real quickly, I'm sorry, folks. Just give me 1 second. How is everybody doing with Command so far? Does anyone have any questions that we can answer? Might be.
I have a question, just a general question, Blake.
Yes.
When you set someone up on a smart plan, that's like a pre-prescribed smart plan, you still have to create yourself whatever email content for the text and so forth?
From what I have seen, yes, if you want to create your own email for it. I haven't seen any pre-made emails for those pre-made screens.
Oh, see, I am misunderstood that. I saw that there was these pre-prescribed smart plans that are already created that you can select, but it looks like you still have to actively work on creating the content of the plan, correct?
Yes, from what I've seen, you do. I don't know what the other options are besides that. They should. From a pre-made one, I thought they should have one, but from what I've seen, you have to create your own.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you're not wrong.
Ones that I just selected for a couple of people who are being my test dummies, if you will. And I'm going to be asking them, like, what did you get? But it doesn't even look like really anything's been sent or done, even though I selected like whatever the nurture plan, or I can't remember what it was called right now off the top of my head. But then all it tells me is that I have things I need to do.
Okay. So if you're doing like a neighborhood monthly nurture, that'll automatically create a neighborhood email to send to them. But if you're doing like a birthday plan, I haven't seen any like birthday planning.
I think I selected like a 5-touch or an 8-touch or something.
Oh, okay.
All it says to me is I'm behind on what I need to do.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, if they're emails that were sent out, they should have been prefabricated through the 8-touch. Otherwise, it's going to send text messages. It'll tell you to make phone calls. So unless you have like a Twilio connected to it, it'll tell you to be like, oh, you got to send a text, or you have.
I think I do have Twilio connected to it. I have Twilio. I don't know if it's connected to Command though.
Okay. Yeah, be sure to check those the connections inside of settings.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm here. Sorry, my meeting ran a little.
No, that's okay.
This morning. So thank you for joining us today for Coffee and Command. Today we are going to be going over creating a postcard inside of campaigns. Sorry, my pig is distracting me right now. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. And let's see. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
All right, so again, we're going to go to agent.kw.com and you're going to use your login credentials for my KW. And then we're going to go to the same place we were yesterday, which is that megaphone little icon, which goes into commands. And then I have to move this over a little bit. And then Blake kind of went over this dashboard with you already. So we're just going to go right into create a new campaign up here on the upper right. And for this one, we're going to do direct mail. You do have to put a campaign name in there. So I'm going to do Coffee and Command. Is that right? Yes. And then you can do a goal. So I'm going to do advertise listing. Down here, I'll ask you if you want to use a default template, or you can upload your own custom template that you've created in Designs. For this, I'm going to go ahead and do the default template provided. And then I'm going to click on Set Up Campaign. This box is going to pop up just like it did yesterday, and it's going to ask for a property address. So does someone want to unmute themselves and give me a property address that's active? Anyone? Make sure you unmute yourself.
Hi, it's Leslie in Englewood. I've got 106 Park Forest Boulevard.
Is Park Forest two separate words?
2 words, yes.
Right here. So I'm going to select this listing. And you'll see most of the information has come over for this listing. I've noticed sometimes the bedrooms and bathrooms don't come over. Leslie, what are the bedrooms and bathrooms for this?
It's a 2-2.
2-2. So we're just going to add that in there. You'll see also on the right, you can actually pick your template. So they have compact, which is a 4x6, 59 cents for first class. They have default 6x9, 79 standard, or 99 cents first class. And they have 2 different kind of 6x11s. One is a modern template and one's contemporary template. So you can select whatever size you want and the price that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and do default template. And then down here, you'll see the description. So that did pull over from the MLS. You can add, if you wanted to add like just listed here or, you know, just sold, however you want to word that. I would put that up here first. So let's just say it was just listed. And then I'm going to save. Next, it wants you to put in a listing photo. So some things I've noticed, if you select one of these listings, it will say that it's a low resolution, like the pixels aren't good enough. So if you have the original that your photographer sent to you, I would go ahead and upload that one because it won't let you advance. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload a photo that I have. Let's see. There we go. Just going to upload that photo. And hit save. Next, you'll see these little check boxes right here. So that means everything is already filled out for you and there's nothing else that needs to be done. I would still go in and just verify that everything is correct. If you wanted your photo on here, I would go ahead and upload that. That's not required, but you can upload that. And just verify that your email and phone number are correct on there. Next is Market Center. So it will pull in the Market Center information. So it will pull in the name and then you'll have to type in the address. So the address for Inglewood is, what is it?
1160 South McCall Road.
1160 South McCall Road.
Englewood 34223.
And then we're going to verify the address and we're going to confirm. All right, so you'll see everything is checked. I'm going to just make sure under targeting that I'm doing local targeting. You can also target your database, but most of the time if you're sending out postcards, you're usually sending it to your farm. So you wouldn't want to do target your database. And then you have your budget. So this is where you can select how many postcards you're going to be sending out. So they have standard as, you know, they always put 200 in there, but you can change that if you wanted less than 200. Let's say you just wanted 150, we can change that. And then this one did have an option if you wanted to do standard or first class. So you can select here if you wanted standard or first class here. So I'm going to go ahead and do first class. This is kind of a new feature over here to the right. You'll see QR code. So what this says is add a QR code to your postcard. Once scanned by the recipient, they will be taken to a page where their contact information is captured and tracked by this campaign. So if you add this to that postcard, you can link that QR code to maybe a landing page that you designed for this property. So I'm just going to pick one of my landing pages, even though it's not for that property. And make sure you have a lead form in there, because that's where it's going to connect, or that's where it's going to capture that contacts information. Let me move this because it's in the way. All right. And then we can hit save. And then we can go up here to step 2, configure targeting. And we're going to hit yes. So this is the fun part. This is where you can get into targeting. So you can change your number if you wanted to add more. You can do property type. So I'm going to do single family. You can create bedrooms and bathrooms, how many you want to focus on. Maybe you just want to focus on 3 bedrooms. You can move that. I'm not going to mess with any of these except one, and that one is the year last sold. So they say people move every 7 years. So you can actually move this toggle. Let's say we want something that hasn't been sold since 2013. It will recalculate. You'll see these little dots over here on the right, the blue dots. Those are the actual houses that it's going to send it to. You can scroll over these blue house or the blue little dots, and you can get the information of a property. How many square foot, when it was built, when it was last sold, for how much, the address. So it's really doing it's saying, all right, you want 150 homes. These are the 150 homes that are around this property that are more likely to sell based on the criteria that you put in. So that would be your kind of mailing list right here. And then I always say send a copy to company address, just so you can get one and you can kind of see what it looks like in person. So once you figured out all your targeting, you can go ahead and hit the next button. And this is where you make the payment, but if you scroll up, it will create a preview for you. It might take a little while.
Hey, Sam, we have a question from the chat. Does it automatically capture, or do they have to put the information for the QR code?
They have to put the information in. It won't just, because if they scan it, it's not like it's going to know their name or anything or email address based on that scan. They have to put their information in that lead form.
Okay, so it'll take them to a lead capture form first, and then.
Yeah, I will take them to that like landing page, and in that landing page there'll be like a lead form that they fill out.
Cool.
So this is what the postcard would look like. This would be the front. This would be the back. One thing, if you want to get more, have more design on that, I would go ahead and do that. You know, upload your own template from Designs. Because then you can get, you know, a huge just listed on the front or something like that. These are kind of a little basic, but they still look really nice. And we're going to be going over designs, I think next week or a couple weeks away. And then we can show you, you know, you would just go back in here and upload that design. And it would be kind of the same process. So once you're done, when you're happy with it, you just hit make a payment, and those will, you'll see same day processing, USPS distribution, and estimated delivery. So it's 3 p.m. Or your mails will get in production the same day, or it will be go the next day after 3 p.m. So does anyone have any other questions about postcards? Let me see, I can't see the chat.
Does KW have numbers on leads per recipient card sent? Oh,
What does it say? Sorry, do we have numbers?
Does KW have numbers on leads per recipient card sent on direct mail through command yet? Question mark.
So to clarify the question, like I sent 200 cards, so I can see, you know, there were 200 recipients or 200 mailed out, and then it'll say how many leads based on how many people scan the QR code. Do you know, have they had enough sent out yet that they know, you know, hey, you really need to send out 500, or, you know, how many?
I don't know. That little QR code is actually probably a month or two old. It's newer. So they probably don't have enough data to kind of give us that information quite yet.
Or even, I guess, the only way we'll really know if they came from the mailers is if we ask, hey, how'd you hear about us? You know?
Well, if they scan that QR code and they put their information in, it will automatically go on command as a lead, and it will tell you, oh, it came from mailer, or I'm not sure what that tag is, but it will create a tag and let you know where it came from.
Cool.
It'll be usually the name of the campaign that you named it. So
Mhm. Yeah.
for this one.
Right. Any other questions?
Does KW have any guidance on if you're going to do this, do it every 4 weeks consistently to the same people? Like I've heard you really need to send, most people that have success with mailers send at least every 3 to 5 weeks, and they, you know, do it for 6 to 8 months before they really see any mind share return.
I think postcards is really like a unique way to try to get leads. Because honestly, what's the first thing that you do with a postcard is you usually just, you know,
Throw it in the trash.
yeah. So it's really, I would say, I would really focus on your farm and not just try to send it to random people. I think that's the key of postcards, is really sending it to your farm. And I see Leslie has her hand up.
Yeah, I unmuted myself. So I've been in business since 2004, and I've been postcarding every 4 to 6 weeks forever to my farm area and to my sphere. And it's brand recognition. That's all you're trying to get. You've got a split second, or, you know, very, very little time. So you make sure your branding's on the front and the back, so they see you on the whichever side of that card they look at. They know, oh, it's Leslie again. She's still out there. She's still selling.
Mm-hmm.
And both my farm and my sphere. And I generally won't send a dislisted postcard unless it's in my farm. Just my choice.
Mm-hmm. And Kelly said, mailers alone have been proven to be a low return activity, 1%. High level return requires a 3-step: calls, card, and email.
Mm-hmm.
Follow up.
Yep. You got to have 3 legs to stand on.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't expect, you know, you to send mailers out and think to get like 5 leads out of that. I think it definitely takes time, and it's not only going to take a postcard. I think it needs to be a step, but it's not going to just, you know, be that.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe I'm wrong. Kelly or Leslie, you guys can probably, somebody that's been in the business a lot longer, but, you know, me being a face-to-face person, I would almost rather mail my sphere a $25 gift card or take them to lunch than send mailers. You know, I'd rather go hit 6 people quality at $25 a piece than send out $150 worth of mailers.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more personal, I guess. I don't know. I realize the mailers thing is a leverage mindshare buy, but at the same time, I like the value buy more than the quality, more than quantity.
Yep.
Wherever the better ROI is for you, I would say do it. Okay. Well, it is 8:29. If you have any more questions, please feel free to email Sam or myself. We'll be happy to help you any way that we can. Go head over to Pat and Susie's script practice, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, everyone.